Hi everyone, welcome to the 5th Tech Update. So in the last week I finished the core SyncUL framework, which allows for the bidirectional synchronization from the database to the API and the API to the database. And the last thing I worked on for that was the API synchronization, which takes the API and puts it into the database and synchronizes those entities. And since I had finished most of the core unit tests that I thought I needed for that right now, I started to move on to the next part of the tool, which is going to be a universal entity schema, something that will allow us to define the entities as they exist on the API in a universal way, and will automatically build out all of the request classes to interact with that API and automatically build out the ORM entities. And this has to be kind of a unique schema. We can't use Swagger or any other API schemas because they really don't have the metadata necessary that tells us what we need to do for the synchronization. So we're probably going to take some inspiration from those tools, but we're going to have to do our own kind of schema that's going to work for our cases. And so just getting started on that, I have the basic idea down. I have the basic browser, which allows me to interact with the schema and find out what needs to be built from it. And then the next step is I'm working on the prototype right now that takes a schema and generates all of the API classes necessary to synchronize the entities. So we're kind of on track from an MVP perspective with the technology, but if I can get this next part done, we'll be in really good shape, and then I can start to work on the actual implementation of customers being able to configure the APIs that they want. And then it'll be much easier for us to also start building out APIs for customers with this tool. If we had to build every API we wanted to synchronize with from scratch, we'd never get done. It's just way too much work. So I'm working on this schema. This is kind of my main task for this week. And I also am still working on trying to get you guys a demo and things around for that. Well, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment. We'd love to hear your feedback. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next update.